That'll do
Okay.
it.
Alrighty, let's head out.
Okay. Well, y'all pack up.
We will go. Hunting we will go.
Hi ho the dairy-o.
Well, you pack up in the morning. You say your farewells. You'll be back probably tomorrow sometime or the day after, depending on how long you stay in Bardrite. And you head northeast. Ren waves goodbye. A raptor is chewing on his leg. Ah, yes. Helen, your character should be level 6.
Okay. Nope, I have not. Okay.
All right. Take care of that real fast.
I'll try to. Let's see.
You should get a new ability. So let me open up my homebrew.
Oh, crap.
No.
My D6? No.
You do not. You get your next archetype ability at level 7. So nice and easy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you travel northeast following the road up the Desserin River to the Bardrite Inn. Once upon a time, this was just a hilltop wayside inn. Since then, the site has become a walled community of ramshackle, frequently rebuilt wooden towers and buildings. Its structures now entirely cover the hill that overlooks the village of Wamford across the river. A long wooden bridge, wide enough for a single wagon to cross, spans the river between these two settlements. It's known as the Ironford Bridge, and it has stood for centuries, but is beginning to show its age. You approach in the evening. And,
Sorry, I'm listening.
Yeah, no, that's fine. The darkness just hangs over Bardrite. The place is sort of shrouded in a mist. And as you approach, you smell the reek of manure and old mud. Entering the sort of sprawling mess. There's all sorts of houses where dealers buy and sell mules and oxen. There's blacksmiths and wheelwrights, coopers. It's got inns, stables, and warehouses. The main inn is the Bardrite, and it was recently rebuilt as a large stone structure. So let's bring you over to the Bardrite Inn.
Mm-hmm.
Kill them all! I'm kidding. Murder hobo time.
I think I've seen that guy before.
Which
You
guy?
happen to have all of them.
Oh, yeah.
You happen to have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 brothers?
This guy's especially suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
This little animal is a tavern cat.
This one right here.
I don't like this chair in particular.
On the floor.
If it starts laughing, kill it.
Well, as you walk in, the man behind the bar, Nalisker Thalon, calls out to you and says, "Well, if it isn't my boy Shelvis, and I see he's brought an entourage of new friends. Come in, welcome to the Bardrite Inn."
I guess I'll just start barging right in.
barge right in, man.
Don't mind if I do.
So,
I ram into the door.
so Shalvis approaches the bar, and Nalaskar says, "I've heard the rumblings of what's going on in Goldenfields. I assume you are here to submit a detailed report." And Shalvis says, "Indeed I am. And what a report I have to give you." Well, as you belly up to the bar, Nalaskar says, "Well, the report can wait for now." He says, "First, I will serve our guests." And he passes out plates of food and pints of beer, and he says, "It's on the house. Any friend of Shalvis is a friend of mine."
Oh, hell yeah. Digs in.
Got some chicken tendies.
Well, you all eat your fill, and you engage in a bit of small talk. And afterwards, Shalvis and Nalaskar start talking. And Shalvis tells him the story about what's going on in Golden Fields. And of course, you notice that he's including like some demographics info. It's obvious he's been doing his homework. And he tells about the giants with Nalaskar, nodding and making the appropriate affirmative noises. And after the story of how all the battles went, you notice that Nalaskar is looking at you with some appraising eyes, obviously impressed by your...
I stand up a little straighter.
So he's got the appraisal skill.
I flex.
I stand up straighter, flex as well. Flex the pecs.
There you go. And then Shalvis tells him of the walls and how the construction or reconstruction has begun. And he says, "Has the Black Network ever dealt in quarried stone, boss?" And Nalaskar says, "Indeed it has." And he says, "Excellent work, Shalvis." And they begin hashing out how they will negotiate the sale of quarried stone to Golden Fields. Before it's all over with, Shalvis has been appointed to spearhead the efforts there, given that he has a diplomatic inroad. And it seems that they are both very satisfied with the outcome.
Excellent, excellent. So far, so good.
Shalvis and Nalaskar was just hashing out what had happened at Golden Fields, and Shalvis has suggested that the Zentarum network supply quarried stone to Golden Fields as they rebuild their walls. So, as you recall, I believe Shalvis's entire mission there was looking for a merchant inroad into Golden Fields, and a legitimate one at that.
And boy, did he find one.
Yeah, he's got one. Now, I mean, this is something of a temporary setup, but it's a foot in the door. So the two men drink a toast, and Nalaskar offers you free room and board for the night.
Woo!
It tells you to make yourselves comfortable.
Oh, not a problem.
So, is there anything that you would like to look around at while you're here at the
Yes, I'd like to look around and see who's cute.
end?
Can I make a perception check for Nalisker?
Okay, what you looking at?
See if he's trustworthy, or if I have to expect a knife in my back when I sleep.
Instead of a perception, give me an insight. And yes, about the only cute thing in here is the cat. It's kind of fat.
Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
Yeah, it's kind of fat. Looks kind of lazy. Well fed.
Never mind.
Perfect.
That is
Best
the perfect kind of cat.
kind.
Volskaya, you don't trust Nalisker at all.
Nope,
Kitty,
I
kitty.
do not.
Not,
Can I
not
make a perception check?
a perception for
well, no,
what?
an insight. The same thing with Volskaya.
Okay. Vinix, make me a perception check. Or, sorry, insight check.
What are y'all looking for?
You, on the other hand, trust Nalisker completely. He and Shalvis seem to get along quite well. They seem very familiar with each other, probably beyond a boss-subordinate relationship. You're not real sure, but obviously they have some previous history that probably goes beyond a professional relationship. What you persuading there?
To Volskaya that Nalsker is okay.
You're having trouble. She's having trouble trusting anybody in authority lately. And Dilly and Onis are talking enthusiastically and awkwardly, which makes for a very entertaining conversation about cats. And Dilly includes the cat in the conversation.
Mm-hmm. Who's a good kitty? Who's a good kitty? You are. You're a good kitty. Such a good kitty.
She just rolls
Aw.
over lazily.
Oh, sweet fat kitty. I play with her fat belly.
So
Oh.
what do you talk to the cat about?
What is the meaning of life?
I don't know. I want to ask him. Let's see. Is he a good kitty?
It's a she.
Oh!
She's a bad cat.
She's a fat cat.
She's a bad cat.
I
She's
am
a
a-
fat. She's a badass.
Of course, I'm the best cat.
Oh, I agree.
Do you catch lots of mice, huh? Good kitty.
She's
Such a good kitty.
I hate the mice in here. Filthy
Aw.
tavern rats with their greasy feet. Oh, I would
Oh.
die for a field mouse. Lean
Aw.
of muscle.
Ooh, we were just
Golden
in a
fields.
golden
Yeah.
fields.
We know where there's plenty of field mice, right?
I pull a field mouse out of
Yeah.
my bag and throw it at the cat.
Where
Get
did
it, get it, get
You
it.
were saving that?
where did this field mouse come from?
From the field.
It was dead on the road, and I wanted to study it because it looked like it died of unnatural causes.
Wait,
I
don't
looked
feed
for-
it to the cat then.
If you let me explain,
So it's festering with worms.
it's not
Ugh.
festing with anything. It actually did die of causes. It's just somebody ran over it.
So it's flat.
So it's perfectly fine for the cat to ingest. However,
You cannot reveal
it's not
fire.
fresh.
So yeah, it's got like a wagon wheel mark right through the middle, and kind of little dried guts are squished out both ends. Yeah, the cat doesn't like you anymore, Phoenix. I'm sorry.
Ugh, poor kitty. I pick her up and walk away with her. Poor thing. Oh. You want to come with us?
You're
Well,
I
gonna,
come
mean,
back
you
to Golden
did say you
Fields?
wanted to field rat. You did not say what kind of condition you wanted the field rat.
Poor
just
kitty.
turns up her nose at you. You're gonna have to try hard to get back into her good graces.
I'll be
What's your
fine.
name? Princess? You seem like a princess. So spoiled. So sweet.
Let's see. All right. I need to go
Now,
get,
Sker, I'm taking your cat.
I need to go get some water real fast. My throat is dry. I'm sorry.
Oh, go for it. Well, you tried, Vinix.
I wasn't really trying. I was just trying to shut the cat up.
Aw. But
I'm
she's
sorry.
such a
I've had
sweet
bad experiences with cats.
kid. Aw. They're so sweet, though. Gotta find the right cat. Isn't that right, Anthony?
All cats that I've met were never nice.
Isn't that right, Anthony? Oh.
I don't trust Nilisker. This is just too easy to get here. Everything's too easy.
Okay,
I
that's
mean,
better.
I agree. Everything's way too easy. It's going way too well.
That's
But at the
I
same time,
agree.
I just want to enjoy it.
Are you,
I
are
do
y'all
suggest
waiting
that
waiting for
and
the other
sleep
shoe to drop?
for the night.
Yep.
Yep.
Wait, what?
We're waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Yeah, basically.
I want to talk to Nilisker.
Okay, what would you like to ask him?
Nilisker, have you heard of giant attacks or where the crushing of the order of the giants?
Just a moment. Let me turn up my mic a little bit. Okay. He says, "Indeed I have. The Black Network has spies all over northern Faerun." He says, "But this is the first I have heard of an eyewitness account. I have heard of the breaking of the ordning, but it is mostly in rumor. To have someone who has spoken directly to a giant, well, I have not heard of this yet. The chaos among the giant tribes concerns me greatly."
Unfortunately, actually, the giants are not too worrisome. They are quite stupid. They are, however, very strong.
The huge
More of
giants,
a
yes.
deadly nuisance.
He says, "I understand you dealt with hill giants. They are the inbreed mongrels of the giant tribes. Unfortunately, this chaos extends to the other races as well. And you will not find the fire or the storm giants quite so stupid."
We're looking for. Have you heard of Gull?
Gus, ugly.
Ugh.
"I have heard of Go. She is the chieftain of the giants. Newly crowned, I believe."
Would you happen to know where she's located?
"I do not."
Do you know what happened to the previous owner of the throne?
"Eaten, for all I know."
Well, damn.
I'm sorry, it cut out. I didn't hear any of that.
"Oh, I said eaten, for all I know."
Probably she ate him.
"Most likely. Secession in the Hill Giant clan is a messy procedure."
Which hills do they usually come from?
Well, you know that they live east of Golden Fields. There's this series of mountains. They've claimed that area.
Okay, so we'll probably head there to find her.
Yeah, I mean, y'all were headed in sort of the right
heading that
direction
way
when
anyway.
following. Well, since you weren't here last time, remember that
Yeah.
the two hill giants that surrendered and survived the dragon attack tried to lead them to a place called Grudhog, which is their lair. But they were so stupid they couldn't remember the way.
That's right.
They
yeah.
did bring them east, but after a while they just started wandering in circles and fighting with each other. So it ended up being useless. But somewhere east, sort of east, northeast, somewhere of Golden Fields is Grudhog, which is where the giants are currently based.
Okay.
So Nalisker passes along a little bit of information, what little he knows about what's going on, and various rumors. there's rumors of a wandering ice giant who has been seen fighting other giants, both his kind and other kinds.
My.
Some say he's a marauder. Some say that he's been known to help small folk, but nobody has verified any of these stories.
Really, not even the people he helped.
Well, it's always my friend had a friend who said this,
Oh, yeah. So he's a friend of a friend, of a brother, of a cousin, blah,
and
blah, blah.
of course,
Okay.
some of the some other rumors concern some of the dragons of the north. The dragons and the giants are old enemies, so anything that excites one group is probably going to excite the other. So there's been some dragon movements in the north as well, probably in response to the chaos among the giant ranks.
Okay. Well then.
So, the night progresses. You eat and drink. It's actually fairly lively in here, and despite the fact that these are all labeled thugs and bandits, they seem to be relatively likable guys.
Right. Nothing malevolent going on.
I start an arm wrestling contest. 5 gold for the winner.
Ooh, I cheer her on.
Well, you don't have to pay out all night long.
What?
I said you don't have to pay out all night long.
You just win after win after win. Now who could
Somebody
that
peep.
be?
Along around 11
Is
p.m.
that Tom?
A sort of sallow-faced young man strides in, and
Snape?
Did you say Snape?
Yeah.
Kind of looks a little bit like Snape, doesn't he? Just a tad. He nods at Nalisker and kind of smiles. He looks a little smug, and Nalisker just shrugs and kind of goes about polishing his bar with a little more fervor.
I don't like him.
He
suspicious.
he notices all of you and just kind of turns his nose up at you.
Oh, well, excuse us.
I kind of laugh a little because down here his nose is already up to me. I'm getting a good look at some boogies right now.
I laugh because I'm taller than him. He can't turn it up any.
You have to look way up for me.
Right?
Yeah. Well, he disappears
Whatever.
in the back and goes upstairs. A short while later, a man comes to the door, and Nalisker steps out from behind the bar and goes to meet him. They talk quietly for a moment, and you see Nalisker's fists clench just for a second, and then he kind of shakes him out and turns back to the bar. And the man, like Arthur.
That's that little mean. Gold clench fist.
Oh.
Yeah. Well,
Could I have heard him?
They spoke very softly. You can give me a perception check, maybe.
Dang it!
Vinix, you did notice that whenever the man came to the door, that there was a sudden burst of laughter from this table, and these two guys started telling each other very loud jokes, kind of like one-upping each other.
dad jokes.
Over the sound of their raucous table conversation and several other conversations that broke out particularly loudly at that moment, you heard Nalisker and the man at the door talking in something you didn't understand, and they kept making clicking noises, like with their tongue, you know, like.
Oh my God, they're Africans.
What? Dilly, that's racist.
Let's see who. This guy.
Do I recognize clicking?
No, and you wouldn't know. You describe it briefly to Volskaya, and she's a bit more worldly, having been, you know, sailing and such. And she mentions that it might be a thieves' cant, which is a particular type of language that thieves speak in. It's a code.
Damn it. Be really nice to be Chance right now.
Yep.
Oh well. Well, that business clearly left him on edge. And so did the other guy.
After speaking to the man at the door, Nalisker seems a little bit on edge. He hides it well, but all of you are kind of watching him, and Shalvis in particular comments on it, and Nalisker kind of blows it off. You know, it's nothing, my boy.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
However, as the night wears on, you can tell he's becoming more and more agitated. And finally he looks at Shalvis and he says, "These ones fought giants, yes?" And Shalvis says, "They did." And he's kind of looking at you and he says, "And I can trust them, yes?" And Shalvis says, "I do."
You can trust most of us.
Dilly.
No, Russer. The guy who's not here. You can't trust him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Always
Really?
bringing those stupid whatever they're called from another dimension.
Well, this time, Russer and Morthos stayed at Golden Fields to help with something or another that they were good at.
Raptors.
Raptors.
They're helping
maybe.
with the Raptors.
Yeah. So, that's where they're at right now. So late in the evening, he kind of motions you all to a room in the back,
All right, go into the back room.
and
VIP lounge.
leaves a man in charge of the bar, Mr. Bandit Captain.
Whoa.
I like it. Where can I get one?
They're all over the place along the road.
Oh.
So Dilly,
I want to ask him for an apple before I go.
an apple.
Why?
Yeah, I just want to see if he'll like be nice to me and give me an apple.
He kind of shrugs his shoulders and tosses you an apple.
Okay, I'm good.
Can I get a cider?
A cider?
Yeah.
He's
She got
like,
an apple. Can I get a cider?
He says, got none made. Go back there with the boss, and I'll make you one while you're talking with him.
Alright.
You gotta punch it with your fists, like an apple, and punch it all into a glass, and it'll be good.
So, once in the privacy of the back room, Nalisker looks at all of you, and he says, "My friends, I have a problem. The man you saw pass through here earlier, by the name of Eric Stillmarsh."
The guy with the nose in the air? That guy?
Attic Gilmarsh?
The very one. I wish to get rid of him.
All
Why?
of him, or, just pieces of him?
However I can. You see, before I took over the proprietorship of this bar, a deal was made with this Steelmarsh. He is a vampire.
Mm.
And in exchange for services performed for the Black Network, he agreed not to attack anybody in the Bargerite area. However, he has preyed for many years on the people of Womfort.
Mm.
I am not a man who likes to see evil go unchallenged. However, what choice did I have? He is a vampire. I do not have the strength to take him on. However, I have, for many years now, I have collected vampire slaying paraphernalia,
Mm-hmm.
waiting for the right moment. And he takes out a vial out of his robes, and he says, "This is my secret weapon. A person who ingests this particular poison will taint their blood, paralyzing a vampire briefly. The only
Can I do an Arcana check on that?
Sure. Actually, do you have an herbalism kit?
I do.
Okay.
I do too.
So why don't y'all make an herbalism check? Okay.
Shit.
Well, Dilly asks what's in it, and Nalisker rattles off some very obscure sounding names of various herbs, which Dilly you actually recognize.
I want to request an over-the-counter name, please. Generic names.
He gives you a blank look. There is no generic version of this. Volskaya still doesn't trust him.
God, false guy.
She trusts him less now that he won't give the generic name.
He says, and Vinnick still trusts him.
But slightly dampered.
Nah, 19 is pretty trustworthy for you as far
Well,
as.
no, because I was at 22 at the beginning, and now it's 19. It's just like,
He describes that the problem is the delivery. How do you get this stuff into a vampire? And he's been waiting. I have been waiting for the vampire to choose the right girl. 8 people have died since I procured this vial, but they were not the right ones. They did not have the constitution or the willpower to see this through. Tonight, he chose the right one. There is a girl...
The what one?
Go ahead.
The right one.
Oh, the right one. Okay.
Yeah, he has to let the right one in.
Ah.
Ha, ha.
Wasn't us? These 3 lovely ladies?
No.
Oh. He has bad taste.
He says he holds up the vial and looks at it and says, "Drink any more than what is in this vial, and the vampire will taste the taint in the blood immediately. But what is in this vial is only just enough to weaken him somewhat. Whoever drinks this vial will have to allow the vampire to drain them of all their blood. As you might imagine, it would take a very strong will to not only walk into this willingly, but to be able to hide the fact."
Nominat Vaskaya?
I hide from no one.
She's fearless.
He said
I second that nomination.
he will drink from who he chooses to drink from. We will not
Oh boy.
provide him with a trap. He is too crafty for that. I would kill him in his room if he was so stupid. But as it is, his coffin is protected by magical enchantments. I have spent many years making the first floor of this bar into an almost unescapable vampire trap.
Mmm. Crafty.
I did not hold much hope for our victory, but tonight, or I should say, the girl he has chosen, and he will probably grab her tomorrow, represents our best opportunity in many, many years. Your presence here encourages me if I could convince you to help me in my quest.
Done. In. Let's go.
How will
I mean,
you
we already
convince
have
us?
so many side quests. I'm kidding.
What a dick.
Convince me.
He says, I will tell you about the girl in Wamford. Her name is Eleanor Ridgetree. She is young and pretty.
Hold on, that cut. It censored her name.
Oh, Eleanor Ridgetree.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, let's show her to you.
Oh.
Ah,
Aw.
she's girlfriend will vampire?
What? Girlfriend, no. Victim.
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 No
Right.
victim.
He explains that she's popular in Wamford. Obviously, she's pretty and she's smart. All the boys pine after her, and she's graceful and basically kind of a model citizen.
How do you make a token bigger again?
It can only be bigger if you can select it. So maybe I'll put her token in your journal.
Okay.
Does she make milkshakes?
Her milkshakes brings the boys and the vampires to the yard.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, so I'll put her.
Strawberry
Nalaskar,
milkshakes.
if I may ask,
Oh.
Yeah, you want her
I mean-
milkshake to bring him to the graveyard.
Nalaskar, if I may ask, what were the
A little
victims
blush.
of what were the previous victims of the vampire like?
Somewhat random, although he preferred young, pretty girls.
Virgins.
Stereotypically, yes.
Yeah.
So I believe he's not trying to catch any diseases.
Hmm.
He is a disease.
As
What to say?
as a vampire, he's immune to disease.
Yes, it
was it-
wouldn't matter.
Nalaskar explains his plan. Eleanor will drink the vial and allow Stillmarsh to drink her blood. Once the blood is drunk, a small charm that she has will trigger an explosion. She's wearing it in a locket on her neck.
So a sacrifice to the plan, I believe.
What to say? She's going to die?
If the vampire drinks all of her blood, and he will have to, that will kill her. The explosion won't actually be on her, though. Nalaskar has rigged magical traps. One under the vampire's coffin. He's rigged a very powerful explosive spell on the floor beneath it, or basically on the ceiling underneath it, to blast it and destroy his hiding place. He can't get into his room, but if he basically takes out the entire north end of the bar with that explosion, it'll dump the earth and ruin his ability to use his mist form to retreat. The thugs and bandits are all in on it. As soon as the explosion goes off, they're going to bar the windows with silver.
Nice.
and
All right. So far, I like this plan, except for the girl dying. That sucks.
at this point he can think of no other way to take a vampire on his turf.
Right.
And somehow win. And this isn't even a sure thing. He takes you well, actually, he tilts over a vase that's here in the room, and you can see that there's a false bottom. And he explains that around the bar there are several of these vases. Under each of them is a crossbow that shoots a silver arrow that is anchored to a silver chain in the floor. These will be used to restrain the vampire while someone stakes him in the heart.
Alrighty.
Once he's staked and paralyzed,
What is a piece of beef going to do to a vampire?
He's a vegan.
Oh,
With
Lord.
a blood exception.
Yeah,
He
he's
can
from-
have blood.
he's from California, man.
He drinks clamato juice.
Yeah. Once you've staked him and paralyzed him, you'll drag him outside and let the morning sun finish him off.
Alrighty.
Nobody has a daylight spell, right? Just checking.
Can someone disguise us a little more?
Hold on. I think I might have a daylight spell.
Hey!
Do you have any revival spells?
Yeah, I have Revivify.
Okay, can we use that on the girl after all
Oh
this?
crap, I do have a daylight spell.
Oh, hell yeah.
Will.
Mm-hmm. The plot's coming together.
So we just hold them there and hit them in straight in the eye with daylight.
Sounds good. So he'll attack tomorrow night, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Where will the girl be?
Well, she is in the village right now in Wamford, across the river.
Alright, so are you counting on him coming back after he drains her? Or is he going to bring her back here?
He generally steals his victims from Wamford and brings them back here.
Okay.
Rape.
Shh. We know.
By the way, the daylight spell doesn't do damage to a vampire. It's not the same thing as sunlight.
Okay, well, we can just torture the hell out of him with it.
However, I mean, if there's any magical darkness involved, the daylight spell may be able to counter it.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like I said, we can just torture him with it. Son of a bitch.
So if it's a darkness spell that's lower than a level 3, then it will be dispelled. But if it's anything higher than a level 3, it won't be dispelled.
Correct. So a high level spell that generates magical darkness cannot be dispelled by
Which
daylight.
I'm assuming the stupid vampire has a darkness spell above level 3.
Well, you don't really know. You know, you're not.
We haven't fought him yet.
You are not an authority on vampires.
I know, but at this point I'm just kind of assuming that nothing I have will work against anybody.
So now, Oscar, where do you want us to be when this happens?
He points out that whenever the explosion goes off, Stillmarsh will probably drop somewhere around the north side of the bar because the floor will collapse underneath him.
Mm-hmm.
All of the thugs and bandits here have large, like ceramic jugs that they sip from. These ceramic jugs are actually filled with holy water, which they've all prepared, and they're just pretending it's alcohol. So they'll be attempting to make this dangerous territory by crashing all their jugs around him as he falls. Or
The
as
floor is lava.
yeah, they're going to try. They're literally going to try to make the floor lava. And of course, each one of them is going to be running for one of these anchored crossbows. Once he's down, because if they can't restrict his movement, then everyone's going to be in big trouble.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So where do you want us stationed? Everyone else seems to have their positions. You want us over here?
Okay, well, Nalisker shows you around the bar, sort of loudly gesturing and talking about various stories that he has. You know, oh, over in this corner, you know, there was this fight and some guy swallowed his own tooth and, you know, he had to kick him in the stomach to get him to breathe or something. You know,
Wow.
that sort of crazy stuff. And so, Dilly, you are able to memorize the layout of the bar. And the stories. This place over here, he explains, he believes that it was sort of an abortive attempt at an indoor toiletry. But it was
Wait,
abandoned
where at?
over here in the southwest corner.
Oh.
But it was abandoned before his time, and now it's just used to throw out like scraps of food and stuff down those drains.
How sanitary.
Yeah. I don't know. Put up some screens, you know, for privacy. It could still work.
He kind of rubs his toe up against the bars covering the things here. And you can see that the bars there are silver, too. He quickly
This must have been a very expensive place to upkeep.
Boy, no kidding.
Well, he has chafed under the agreement that was made. He's wanted this vampire dead for a long time, but he's had no way to kick him out, and Stillmarsh, for his part, seems content to stay here. So, like I said, Stillmarsh will come down here-ish.
Are you trying to ping?
Yes, I pinged.
I didn't
Are you
see
on
it.
GM
I
layer?
I'm
am
not
on
seeing
the
a ping.
I am on the GM layer again. So there we go.
Okay. Okay, that's where he'll land.
So he'll land somewhere around here. These two guys here at this table are gonna, you know, smash their water jugs on him immediately. While everybody else jumps for a crossbow and tries to get the drop on him.
I guess we can hang out by the bar.
Yeah, that would be a
Throw
good
our
spot
own
to be.
jugs. Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, well, Nalisker returns, and he actually sits outside the bar here.
Shall this get in on this
He's coming.
slowly?
I think.
Slowly but surely.
Who the hell is Shirley?
Ronnie, you sure you want to be in front of me?
Okay. Well, the rest of the night passes uneventfully. Remember, it's going to be tomorrow night is whenever they're expecting it.
Yeah.
And
So for now, we can kind of rest up and try to get our shit ready.
yeah, and if y'all would like to have a downtime, you may.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it.
Well, check to see if you. Go ahead.
I want to continue making that serrated pike for Onis.
Okay.
Thank you.
And check to see if you have any inspirations to do some feat training. If
I do not.
if you have a craft that you were working on, by all means, continue.
Oh, I thought I did. I don't remember now. God, it's been too long.
Anybody here magical and want to scribe a spell with me?
What kind of spell?
Oh, I don't know, something good.
Now,
What are the rules, Blake?
now, what are you thinking about here?
Oh, how about how about I give a I write up a misty step for Vinix to use. Could I do that?
Sure. Let me.
A misty step?
Yeah.
Hold on.
How-
I put my. I think I'll put some. I'm trying to remember what I did with those. That. Just a second. I think it's in the other game. let me log into the other game real fast
Okay.
and see if I can find those prices. Okay, so Volskaya, I believe you multiply your smithing check by 3. So that would be 33 golds worth of progress that you made toward your pike today.
Okie dokie.
Vinix, you would do the same. I'm assuming you're making a potion there?
Yeah, I was making a potion of hill giant strength.
Mm-hmm.
It's 54. Well, wait. 50 is the price that it costs, so is it only 25 for it to make?
It's 25 for it to make. So 17 times 3.
Well, hell, I made 2. 51.
You made 2. So Vinix made 2 potions of hill giant strength, which when you drink it, sets your strength to 21 for 1 hour. So, and I'm going to find my, let's see, did I put some crafting notes in here? Yeah, homebrew rules. I'm going to make a new handout.
Was somebody playing a guitar just now?
That's alright.
Hmm.
I am 5 points away from finishing your serrated pike.
Yay, thank you.
You will basically have whatever I have for my serrated greatsword.
Did I take up crafting armor or something? God, I had to like find my old sheets. I don't know what happened. Mm.
Okay. There is a scroll prices in your handout section. That tells you the purchase price of such a scroll should you find it, and the second price is the crafting price.
Who can craft scrolls?
What's that?
Who can craft scrolls?
Anybody who can cast.
Oh.
Venix, I'm cheaping out on you. I'm gonna give you Expeditious Retreat. There you go.
And you can make an Arcana check to craft a scroll. I'm gonna say 17 times 3 is 51. Yeah, you made it. Well, Venix, you used yours to work on your potion, so Dilly.
I know. I was just saying what I could have made.
Oh, okay. You could have made 2.
Damn it.
Yeah, because first level spells, cantrips and first level spell scrolls are 30 gold to craft. And recall that, of course, scrolls are a one-time use thing. You use them up and they're gone. By the rules, you can only use a scroll if the spell is on your spell list, but it feels a little restrictive to me.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Wait, so in the other game we shouldn't have been using those at all?
I've been house ruling it all along because I don't like it.
Whoa. Yeah, I don't like that either.
I mean, because like a lot of the random treasure, generator apps and stuff, throw dozens of scrolls into treasure rolls, and I'm like, what's the point?
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen some pre-made stuff where it's like you find these scrolls,
Right.
and it sounds like you're supposed to be using them.
Yeah.
Like in Death House.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't have a wizard in your party or a sorcerer, it's like all the wizard and sorcerer scrolls are wasted.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like what's the deal? Just let them use it. So that's what I'm doing. Anyway. So
Thanks a lot, Gygax.
Well, you sleep relatively well. You're a little bit nervous knowing that there's a vampire sleeping somewhere above you. There is a second floor to this place, although the beds that you sleep in are on the south side of the inn. There appears to be a wall, sort of, kind of like maybe here, or like as you pace the floor up top, measuring it. There's a wall here that hides space over on the north side of the inn, so you assume that's where Stillmarsh's rooms are.
Mm-hmm.
Next day dawns. You may use your preparation phase as you like. Volskaya may attune to whichever of her animal spirits that she wishes to use for the day. Did I give anybody else any preparation stuff in this game?
No, but I do remember that Phoenix was supposed to get something because of my birthday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was. I'm trying to remember what I wanted to give you. I remember what I wanted to give you. Did I put it in here? No, I didn't. Hold on. Let me. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you because this is actually a preparation phase thing.
Okay, awesome.
And it's also a new homebrew thing that Zia and I have been working on.
Oh,
Ooh.
that thing.
Actually, hold on. I think it was in my other browser. I had this open. Let me find it real quick. Sorry.
It's okay.
Got it on my Google Drive. Let's see.
Do I have an aspect of the RAM, or it's just for my totem?
Excuse me?
Do I have an aspect of the RAM, or it's just for the totem only?
Yes, you have an aspect. That's what that is, the aspect, right?
I was wondering if the RAM is gonna be in the included aspect, or it's just gonna be in totem.
Well, the totem was just like a physical object that she uses to focus on. She
Oh.
also has similar things for the bear and the elk and the others. So yes, the ram is an actual aspect.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so Vinix gets 2 items. He found them while digging in the herb garden back at Golden Fields, an old brass box in which he found 2 with the mouse. Yeah, I don't know, maybe he was digging around where the mouse got ran over.
2 what?
He found 2 arcane foci. I am going to put them here in player or treasure handouts, and so that you can copy them.
Okay, cool.
So let me make you a handout here.
Which ones were they?
I'm giving him the celestial ring, which I made up recently, and I'm going to give him the jar of snake oil.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I guess I'll go ahead and put this in everybody so you can all look at them. So, by the rules, any caster can choose to have an arcane focus. As a cleric, your focus is a holy symbol. But other than just being there and basically for flavor, or if I wanted to be a real douche and be like, yeah, the goblin knocks your arcane focus out of your hand and you can't cast anymore, that's all. That's the only thing that an arcane focus does in the game. Is well, you cast on it, so it's flavor. So Zia and I thought that it would be really cool if you...
Oh, can I tell you why I thought of it?
Go ahead.
Okay, so I was gonna run a death house, and that's a Curse of Strahd thing, and it notes that you can get this crystal orb that you can use as an arcane focus. I was like, that's really weird because everyone that casts starts with an arcane focus or a holy symbol or something like that, but it has no use beyond that. And I was like, why is this treasure? Why isn't otherwise fluffy, useless thing treasure? I was like, it should have some sort of upgrade, and that's what started this.
Oh.
Yeah, so we have actually sort of started developing a system by which you can either create your own arcane focus, and we haven't really come up with a table yet, but there will be like a list of benefits and drawbacks that you can apply to it, and it'll be kind of like a point-buy system where you're trying to keep it within a certain range. And of course, the more benefits it has, the more expensive it is, and the harder it is to craft. But then we were also coming up with a bunch of pre-made items that are sort of like risk-reward type things. So at the beginning of a day, if you happen to have one of these focuses, you can attune to it and use that focus for the day. All of your spellcasting functions as normally, except as noted in the description of the focus. So, for example, the Celestial Ring here strengthens radiant damage from spells, but makes you weak to necrotic damage. The Jar of Snake Oil has a 50% chance of increasing the amount healed by quite a bit, or by giving you a minimal heal and the poison condition for 1 round.
Ugh.
So whether or not you use them is up to you, but these are mainly just examples of what we would like y'all to be able to do with your focuses. So it gives casters kind of a a neat little thing that they can work on the side.
Mm-hmm. I like
Sounds
it.
interesting. I
Yeah.
like it too.
Kick ass.
No, I don't like the jar of snake oil.
No, that one seems high risk for not very high reward.
Zia hates it too.
I actually talked him down from poisoned for 2 rounds. So
Oh, thank you. God. That would have sucked.
So there is Vinix's birthday present. Happy birthday, Ronnie.
Happy birthday,
Thank
Ronnie.
you.
Happy birthday.
So now, so if you would like to attune to one of those, you may. You don't have to. I don't think anybody else has anything at this point. So the day progresses. What would y'all like to do? There's...
Is there a
Hey, I
jewel in
respect.
town? Oh.
Zia, go.
pay our respects to the girl who's about to get chomped.
Okay.
Maybe not.
Yeah, now
no.
you kind of mentioned something, and Nalisker first of all shushes you, and then encourages you not to go see her. While Stillmarsh is currently asleep, he could have eyes and ears around, and it wouldn't do to have him become suspicious.
That, and I already feel sorry for her. I really don't want to get to know her and lose my nerve.
Would Revivify help her at all? I mean, I know her blood's being drained, but...
Let's see. Revivify.
Can't you put Revivify on a charm she can wear?
We wouldn't want it to activate too soon.
Well, yeah, and You also wouldn't want any... Well, of course, that's a necromancy spell. Yes, if you can get to her quickly enough, a revivify will help her.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, we just gotta make sure we can get to her. I guess, like, I'll make sure to find her first, and then kind of try to drag her away, and then.
You know what?
You have to
I
let him
gave you
drain her, though.
expeditious retreat.
What was
I
that?
did give you expeditious retreat.
You did.
All right, so you make sure to keep tabs on her. Wait till after he drains her and probably leaves her, and then you grab her and go somewhere safe with her.
In under a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to do during the day? If there's really nothing, you could spend the day...
Actually...
Go ahead.
Can I change my aspect to the tiger?
Yes, you may.
Yay!
Yeah, since we haven't done anything yet, that's fine. If you can't really think of anything, you could use the day as an extra downtime.
That's what I'm thinking. I just can't remember what the hell I'm doing. Is there a jeweler in town? I'd kind of like to get that pearl looked at, just out of curiosity.
Nalisker might be able to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
As long as he doesn't palm it.
he is a merchant.
Mm-hmm.
And supposedly he wants to be an honest merchant.
Okay, but I'm keeping a close eye on him.
Okay. Well, you hand it over, and he kind of looks over it for a minute and gives a low whistle, and he says, "This here is quite valuable. 750 gold. Yes."
Mm.
Shit.
My. Can you tell me where it came from?
Well, he points to a crest on it, and he says, the symbol of House Liang, a trader family from Waterdeep. Where did you get this?
That's a personal question, and I reach my hand out to take it back.
He
I'm
chuckles.
just testing something really quick. Don't mind me on the thing. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, he chuckles and hands it back. He says, fair enough.
Now, how about that cider?
Oh, yeah, after you got done last night, the bandit captain handed over your cider. Sorry.
Hell yeah.
Forgot about that.
Mm.
He didn't, though. He made it.
Thank you.
It was all right. You think maybe the apples might have been a little sour?
Oh.
He didn't punch right.
Yeah.
Well,
Punch him hard enough.
when you took a sip and kind of gave it a funny look, he said, "It's the problem around here. Nothing seems to stay fresh."
Mm-hmm.
We're fresh.
He says,
Fresh faces.
see that you stay that way."
Will do.
Can I also have a downtime?
Yes.
Finish up the pike?
Yes, you may. Go ahead and make your roll, which you're gonna make. There you go. What was the total cost on that spear?
102.
102.
I'm at 97.
Okay. So Volskaya finishes a serrated pike for Onis. So, Onis, you may add the serrated property to your pike.
Okay. And what does that do precisely?
Volskaya, if you could copy and link it. Oh, there you go.
Oh, thank you.
So, when you roll maximum damage with your pike, which means a 10 on the D10, you will add 1d4 in damage. When you score a critical hit, add 2d4. So basically, it increases your top end damage.
Okay. I'm trying to think of where to add that. 2d4.
You might do what Annie did and just put that in the description, and just whenever you roll your damage, you can mouse over it. And usually, if you roll max damage, the number will be in green. So you'll know automatic, and then you just roll an extra d4, and add that.
Right.
And if you score a critical strike, roll a 2d extra 2d4.
Mm-hmm.
Quick question.
Yes.
Would Evocation Savant, the golden time you must spend to copy a spell into your spellbook is halved, evocation spell, would that also work on scrolls?
Sure.
With my
Yeah,
evocation
sure.
scroll?
When making an evocation scroll, have the cost.
Okay, so 35 would be, let's see, rounded up, divided by 2 equals. So it'd be 18 gold.
Is it? Yeah.
It's 17.5.
Yeah. So 18 gold for a first level evocation spell?
Yeah. I guess I'll try to copy some magic missile to hand out.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
Yes.
Who will fight for the right for some magic missile?
Me.
I'll arm wrestle everybody.
I'm good.
Wanna
Come
go,
on, the
Ball
player's
Sky?
gotta have a magic missile.
Okay, so how are we gonna do this fight?
I think
Athletics.
I'll craft some scrolls of cure wounds or something, or healing word.
Let's see let's see how many I can make.
Opposed athletics check. Oh,
I win.
Onis, in a stunning upset, the lizard woman takes down the barbarian giant.
Boy.
Okay, so
I'm
that's
sweating.
that's going to be 21 times 3, so 63, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Divide by 18, which is 3, correct?
3.5.
3 and some change. So you make
What? That doesn't round up?
that doesn't round up.
So my cost rounds up, but not my spells round up.
That would be because if it was 0.5, you would have like half of a scroll written.
That'd be half of a missile.
It just blow up in your face when you try to read it. So that becomes scrap. But you made 3 scrolls of magic missile. Pass them out however you please. Onis gets first pick.
Yay.
Oh shit.
Well, that's 18 gold's worth of progress. Unfortunately, you do not have the evocation savant thing like Dilly does. So you're halfway on a scroll of cure wounds.
Son of a bitch.
Okay. It's getting a little bit late, so let's try to wrap this up.
Okay.
The day passes, you guys work on your stuff, and now night falls. Almost as soon as the darkness falls.
Oh no, it wants to roll it. I was gonna put down the text for everybody, but it's gonna roll it. Hold on. Sorry.
That's
There you
okay.
go. Yeah, because I'm not gonna give all 3 to one person. Everybody gets it.
That's fair.
Well, as soon as the sun goes down, Stillmarsh descends from his rooms upstairs, and strides quickly through the bar. And out the door.
Position.
So, everybody gets into position and waits. After a while, a man comes to the window near the bar and just makes a motion at Nalisker. And he looks at you over the counter.
To the walls.
And says, "A bat was seen descending upon Ridge Tree House. If he will come soon." About 15 minutes later, the man reappears and makes another symbol. And he says, "He has returned. He has entered through a window at the top. Whenever he has a victim, he never comes through the main floor." And then he takes out his pocket watch and looks, and he says, "Depending on how eager he is, we may have to wait a little while. However, I believe Eleanor will play her part admirably. We shall wait and see."
All right. Ronnie, be ready to roll, I guess, perception to try and find her when all this goes to shit.
Gotcha.
Do we have bottles of holy water near us too that we're gonna throw, or do we just go straight for the crossbows?
You will go straight for the crossbows.
Okay.
Somebody might need to stay near him to try and at least tie him up and keep him from moving around, particularly if he manages to get the drop on you despite being dropped on you.
Literally.
Literally. In fact,
Okay.
Everybody, tell you what, hold on. Let me select the entire bar here. And add turn. The cat doesn't need a turn.
Oh,
Why
Turn to
not?
run.
In fact, the cat... Oops. Drat. Did I deselect? Okay. The cat seems to know that something is amiss and curls
and leave.
in the far corner.
Good kitty.
Yeah, I totally would have warned the cat.
Okay.
All right.
The
We
cat
ready?
doesn't... not just yet. Let me...
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready. Select your token and hit roll initiative.
Oh shit.
Man, Ronnie, it is not your night. Oh,
No,
man.
it is. Hold on.
Holla, 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 holla.
Damn it! Hold on.
Mm,
Why am I rolling so poorly?
this is not
Oh,
a
you
good
get a
night.
+2 to that though,
Yeah.
right? Like,
What's that now? Oh, right. You you always add +2 to your
Oh,
initiative.
Yeah, I've added it.
Oh, it's
it's
already on your
8.
character sheet. Okay, yeah. A D20 +8. What was your initiative before?
God.
Well, it's just your dexterity, right?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Hold on, let's see. Let's look at Volskaya real fast. Yeah, her initiative should be +3. You must have typoed or something.
Reroll.
Ah, keep it. Just fix it for later. Let's see. Give me a second.
Quick question. Can Vinix bless things and make them holy like water? Is that a cleric ability?
I believe it is a cleric ability, but I don't know that he has it.
So if I cast Wall of Water, he couldn't, like, bless
it?
the whole wall?
No, I do not think so. Let's see. Is there a? I remember there was an old create holy water in previous editions. Okay, so in this one, it is actually a ritual, and yes, every cleric can do it. However, the ritual takes 1 hour to perform and uses 25 gold worth of powdered silver and requires the caster to spend a first level spell slot. It doesn't require a specific spell or anything, and all it makes is a single use flask of holy water.
No.
Never mind.
Okay.
I'm messing with the things on my menu.
Okay.
So let me just.
Well, there goes that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
The ability to immediately bless that amount of water would be a high level power.
High level shenanigans.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, whoa. Well, your dudes are rolling high.
They're very ready.
They've been.
Not that 2 there, though.
No, what at 5?
Well, you know, they've been preparing for a while, but that guy wasn't all the way prepared.
Nope.
I'm glad this guy's ready right here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, did I miss? Yeah, I missed one guy here. Oh, I missed all my bandits. Oops.
Banditos.
All right. Did I get everybody?
I think so.
Let's see.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm still not controlling Chelvis, am I?
I'll control him.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Sorted them up. And here we go. After about 20 or so very nervous minutes, there's a sudden blast, and Onis and Volskaya are peppered by shattered fragments of wood and dirt and let's see, Stillmarsh comes crashing down to the floor. He lands on his feet with a snarl, and immediately everybody around bursts into motion.
I rage!
On your turn.
Dang it!
Jostin goes first and jumps up on this table here and smashes his vial of holy water at Stillmarsh's feet. And give me 1 second while I draw. And it covers that area right there.
Nice.
Let me look up the item real fast.
Now, you said his name was Jostin?
Yeah.
Are there name tags, or is that just...
Oh, can you not see that? I must not have put the name tag on him.
Yeah, we can't see any names.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
what
they're just
I was saying,
dudes.
they're bandits and thugs.
Oh. Well, my bad. The two up north had names.
Mm.
Well, dang, I would have talked to them if I'd known they were named.
I know, right? They were all just nameless, and I was kind of like, okay.
Sorry, I forget that you guys can't see everything that I see.
Oh,
Here, let me,
well, it's cool. We're in the middle of something right now.
yeah. There. Okay, as it splashes on Stillmarsh's knees, it sizzles there.
Crispy.
Mm. Smells like bacon.
Vampire bacon.
Immediately after him, Lassalar jumps over, turns over a vase, and grabs a crossbow and takes a shot. Let's see. Where my thugs at? Stillmarsh dodges the arrow, and the bolt and chain stick into the bar right there beside Onis.
Damn.
It's Stillmarsh's turn. He turns to Nalisker and says, "I always knew you would betray me. Now I'm going to eat you." And let's see. Bum, bum, bum. He jumps up over the counter and takes a swing at Nalisker.
You little shit.
Why do we have to wait so long to go?
Because we all rolled low.
Mm.
He hits him hard and knocks him to the floor.
Mm.
This bandit here runs over and tosses another vial of holy water on the ground. This time soaking... Oh, hold on. Maybe I should change my default color to the color of water for now. This time soaking this area.
Little droplet
A
fell
little
on him.
droplet on his face. And Stillmarsh snarls and recoils. This bandit jumps up, grabs a crossbow, and takes a shot. This one hits, and it sticks into him, and he immediately secures it to the floor. And now there's a chain going from Stillmarsh here to the floor where this bandit's at. Let's make a little anchor there. This thug over here does the same thing. Jumps for a crossbow. Stillmarsh bats the bolt out of the air.
Dang.
Shalvis, what you gonna do, boy? Let's see. Shalvis jumps back, overturns a vase near the window, and takes a shot at him. He also misses.
Dang it, Shalvis.
Dilly, it's your turn.
You missed! How could you miss? He was 20 feet in front of you!
Elvis needs like a sheep attack, like a sheep spam.
He gets the exploding sheet from Worms.
Okay, I'm gonna stand on the bar.
Okay,
I'm gonna wave my little finger in the air. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little dance. And let's see, that is 3 plus 9. Okay, hold on just a second. Okay, so I can attack up to 4 people.
What are you calculating there?
Spell for a fireball.
Let's see, equal to 1 plus the spell's level. So yes, 4 people. So
I gotta do this so I don't roast up our NPCs and my teammates.
So it's a 20-foot radius, right? Is that what it is?
Fireball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you put it,
Could I do it behind? Over the wall?
actually, if you put it in the corner there, I think you'll be fine. 2, 3. Well,
You're gonna get Nalisker too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you put it behind the door, this is gonna block. This wall is gonna block here.
Okay.
On the other hand, let's see. If you put it just inside this doorway here,
Yeah?
It'll channel it.
yeah, it'll actually only come out this line right here,
I will do that.
and you can sculpt it around Nalisker.
Okay.
There you go. So
Thank you.
link it to me so I can see what the save needs to be.
Oh. Well, it should tell you when I cast it.
Okay.
Wow. So 15. Good luck, Nalisker.
Well, Nalisker makes the save automatically because
Okay.
Dilly sculpts the fireball to actually curve around him and, and toast Stillmarsh. He sort of spins away, but his coat is smoking.
Hmm.
Let's see. This thug sprints to the window and lowers the bars. All right. The doors and everything else in the bar have already been secured. So this guy here runs over, grabs a hidden crossbow, and takes a shot. He tags him.
Mm.
Yes.
Puts down an anchor.
Right next to the suspicious chair.
Yep. That very chair. Nalisker goes, and he just takes the disengage action to get away from him. And jumps over the bar and kind of retreats a bit. Onis, it's your turn.
Okay. So where's the nearest crossbow? Do I need to roll to grab it?
No. Let's see. There's one hidden in this plant right behind you.
Okay.
Watch out. You will be exiting his threatened zone.
Oh, shit. Okay. So do I just roll d20 and see if it hits?
It'll be d20 plus dexterity.
Okay.
As you leap away from him, he takes a swing at you
Mm-hmm.
and deals 10 bludgeoning damage.
Shit.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Onis misses with the crossbow, and the bolt thuds into the bar, the wall behind the bar.
Shit.
Volskaya, it's your turn.
Rage.
Of course.
Raging bitch.
Yes, I am. And I charge straight for him and take 2 slices.
Okay.
We cut you up into 1,000 pieces of bitcheroni.
Does it hit?
That doesn't hit.
Mm.
How about that one?
That one
That was
does.
a good hit.
Nice.
Is that your turn?
I believe, yes, that is my turn.
All right. At the end of your turn, you hit him, and he punches you in the face, dealing 6 damage to you.
Mm.
Is that already halved, or does it have to be?
Are you raging with the bear or the tiger?
Bear, totem bear aspect tiger.
Totem bear aspect tiger.
Can I have 2 at once, or?
No. That's right. I forgot that there was like different things based on level. I need to read the barbarian class again. No, that's fine. You take 3.
Okie dokie.
The bandit captain runs north a bit picks up a crossbow and takes a shot. It misses. Now there are silvered chains laying all over the floor. Vinix, it's your turn.
I do a perception check to find Eleanor.
You don't see her. She didn't come down in the explosion. She must be still above.
Vic! Crap.
Now there is a big hole in the ceiling, but you'll have to figure out how to get up there or get a boost or something.
Oh, niece, are you strong enough to throw me?
Possibly. Come here. What would that be? Just athletics or just strength?
Well, Vinix is going to have to come over
Mm-hmm.
and basically stand beside you. And on your turn, you'll have to use your action to assist him. So Vinix,
Okay.
you're just basically gonna hold your action, and on Onisa's turn, y'all both make an athletics check to see if she can boost you up through the ceiling.
Okay.
Let's see. Give me 1 second.
That's a 6 of a combat turn.
What's that now?
1 second.
Yep. Onis, give me a perception roll.
Crap.
Over the din of battle, this thug over here says something, but you didn't hear him.
Damn it.
Can I perceive?
You don't hear anything.
Damn
Little
it!
gnomish ears don't hear anything.
Nope.
Because I got that stupid red hat on over them. Need to take that thing off.
Yep. This bandit here picks up a crossbow over here and runs over. Currently, he is anchored to the south. You're going to need anchors in other directions to hold him still. So he takes a shot at him from a different angle. And manages to tag him.
Excellent.
Good job.
And puts down an anchor on the floor beside himself. This next thug, whoops, runs over here with a crossbow that he pulled out of a plant and takes a shot.
If he fucking misses.
Mm-hmm.
It misses.
No! Damn it.
This thug over here actually dashes and leaps over the bar with a crossbow, but can't take another action. It is Justin's turn. He ditches the crossbow he shot with the first time and pulls another one out of this plant here. Moves up and takes a shot. It also misses.
God.
God not, Justin. That's 2 in a row.
Has no one practiced before this fight?
Mm-hmm.
Stillmarsh is just hard to hit. Lasselar has more luck and manages to tag him with one and puts down an anchor beside himself.
Oh, thank God.
Take note, Justin.
Stillmarsh looks at the water around his feet and hisses in anger. And then jumps the counter. Volskaya, you may make an opportunity attack.
Yeah.
How long are these chains?
2 or 1?
1. Well, I mean, the chain that went to, I mean, these ones that are further away are about 30 or 40 feet long. This one was only about 15 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, you managed to tag him.
Yes.
Just wondering how much slack there is for him to be able to move this well.
Well, there's not too much holding him from the north. He's still in the range of that northeast chain there.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, he gets just shy of Nalisker, and that chain yanks tight. And he turns and tries to work the arrow out. It burns his hand, and he spits. This bandit up north looks around and actually dashes all the way to the southern end of the bar, where he pulls out a crossbow down there. You realize that you're running out of crossbows. And they really can't be reloaded because of the chain and everything and how difficult it is.
Shit.
This guy moves over here, pulls out another crossbow. But Stillmarsh brushes the bolt aside.
God.
This thug in the back steps up to one of the mist bolts and uses his action to reel the chain in. He's going to try to reload. Shalvis, who had missed earlier, does the same thing. Dilly, it's your turn.
Dilly's gonna cast something that don't miss. She gonna magic missile. Take note, ye fools.
Did you cast at a higher level?
At a 2nd level.
Okay, so 11 damage. All right. This thug here smashes his holy water over this area.
Wait. Hold up.
What's that?
Did that roll right?
Uh,
That 1d4 plus 3, 3 plus 3. And then 1 times 1d4. Did that roll?
No, it didn't. It only rolled one dart.
It sure didn't.
And I don't know what that top roll was.
The higher level cast is because I chose to do it at second level.
Right, but look at what it rolled.
Times 1d4 plus 1 times 1.
Yeah, some weird looking. Do a just re-roll it manually.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking that looks a little low.
I was kind of thinking so too.
So we'll do 4d4 plus 4. Correct? Is that correct?
Yes. 44 plus 4.
That's a little better, I guess.
Yeah, it's 2 points better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that other macro. We're gonna have to look at that, I guess.
Well, that's not a macro.
Well, I know.
That's
the spell.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay. Sorry.
That's okay. Okay. This thug down here holds his action. If Stillmarsh exits the area of holy water, he's going to attempt to smash his on him. Nalisker pulls out a silver dagger.
Ooh,
Uh-oh, he's trying to be brave.
Actually, he throws it towards him, but misses him with it and retreats a little bit more.
God.
As he's doing that, Stillmarsh sort of blurs and dashes forward. He yanks against the chains and comes up short, but the anchors rattle ominously. Onis, it is your turn.
All
What
right.
about that guy? He ready actioned.
Oh yeah. He throws his holy water down at him.
All right, Vinix, you ready?
Yep, athletic check, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Shit, my athletics is supposed to be really bad. Shit. God damn it!
Oh.
Well, Vinix, you're catapulted up to the second floor, but you land on your face.
Do I at least stay on the second floor?
You stay on the second floor.
Okay,
Okay.
can I quickly get up and look around?
Uh,
Even though my foot is planted.
well, you're still prone until your turn, but you can look around. Over in the corner, you see kind of like singed and covered in some broken lumber. What looks like a girl in a white shift. There's blood running down the side of her neck and staining her dress.
So do I know that that's Eleanor?
Well,
Pretty sure it's her.
you can't tell from where you are right now, but you assume.
Okay.
All right,
I shall
Onis,
wait my turn.
And I think that's my turn, isn't
yeah,
it?
well, you used your action. Do you have a bonus action you can use?
Hang on. Oh, action surge?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So you could action surge. You still have your movement.
Okay. I figure I would just go for him and use my serrated pike.
Okay. And remember that you don't have to get in his face. You could actually you've got reach with that thing.
Mm-hmm.
You could also leap towards him to use your...
Move, damn it. There we go.
All right. Yes, you hit.
Okay.
Volskaya, is your turn.
I'm gonna run towards him, and can I use one action to hit and one action to grapple?
Yes.
Yes!
Okay, you hit.
And what do I roll for grapple?
And it's an opposed athletics, so make an athletics roll.
Okay.
Well, look at you doing stuff.
Yeah.
You grab him. You have your great sword in one hand, and you grab him with the other. And as he twists your wrists, you feel his supernatural strength, and you're unable to hold on to him, and you're forced to back away before he hurts your wrist. For a second there, you thought you felt him give, but that strength was just... It's not like anything you've ever tussled with before.
Can I take a bonus action to see where the silver knife is?
Well, you can look for free, and it's underneath the stool over here next to this bandit.
Well, too late.
Let's see. The bandit captain reels in his missed bolt and is attempting to load it. Vinix, it is now your turn. It requires you're right here. Like let's see. Let me draw an area for you that's destroyed.
You could draw something out on the road outside, huh?
What do you mean?
That little area to the left?
Like make it like a makeshift area for the room.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm just showing you actually. Let's see. Let me grab your character. Your guy ended up right up here on the second floor, and this red line is destroyed. You can see that. Remember, I said that there was like a wall that started right about here. That wall has been destroyed, and you can see a spot where you can jump over. And there's a room, and I'll draw the shape of the room for you real fast. It's getting wild.
Yeah.
It's about that big, and looking across the room, if I can, hold on. You see Eleanor laying in a heap over there.
Okay, whenever I use a scroll, is that a bonus action or a free action?
The scroll is a full action.
It's a full action.
Steven can jump in. Yeah, by all means. Morthos will just come running in the door and being like, "Hey guys, what's going on?"
Oh shit, you guys are fighting? Holy hell.
So, Vinix...
Oh crap, if I can actually jump over and still be able to make it to her.
Well, actually, because you are prone, it'll cost you half your movement. So you'll be able to make it to right here for now.
I can't see you, Ping.
And I'm on the GM layer again. Here.
Okay. Well, so is like the room dark still?
Well, you can see light coming in from below.
Okay, do I still have an action to use? Or was run
Yes,
doing
you
that movement an
actually no.
action?
You still have an action.
Okay, then I used a light cantrip to be able to see better.
Okay.
I'm assuming there's like little shards of wood still in the area, so I guess I just grab one of those and do the light cantrip on that.
That'll work. And you see a rather sparsely furnished room. There's junk kind of lined up on the walls, some tables, some old books. Nothing of particular note. This guy doesn't really look like he had any megalomaniacal ambitions. It seems more like he just enjoyed lording over
Being a douche.
lording over the tavern and eating people. So,
Like a douche.
for all that great supernatural strength, it was wasted on sort of an unambitious laggard.
Like a douche.
Like a douche.
Like a douche.
Volskaya, you hear this thug say, "Nalisker, I heard something, I'm sure of it." And he points back this direction. And now, go ahead.
Oh no, is it? Oh, I don't like what's coming.
What happened?
Well, now you hear some screeching and some metallic clanging from back over here.
Oh no.
They were feeding something down those drains.
Mm.
And at the same time, at the windows, bats start flying into the windows, but they've been reinforced, and so the bats can't get in, but you can see them swarming at all the windows. Let's see here.
Ice walls would be nice.
What's that?
Ice walls would be nice.
Unfortunately, May's not here.
Oh.
Oh no.
A screaming, emaciated-looking creature comes running into the room. This bandit here curses and picks up the silver knife and runs up and tries to stick it into Stillmarsh. Oops.
Please get him, please get him, please get him, please get him, please, 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 please.
Stillmarsh grabs his hand as he thrusts the
Damn
blade
it.
and twists it out, and then kicks the blade over down into the area over here.
God damn it.
Let's see, I believe this thug up here was reloading a crossbow, and he manages to take a shot. And in the confusion and all the people dashing around, he misses Stillmarsh.
Damn it. What is this guy's AC?
High enough that it's easy to miss if you don't have a high attack mod.
Fuck.
This thug over here, on the other hand, who repositioned himself, manages to tag him.
Good job.
And lays down an anchor. At the end of his turn, Stillmarsh turns and strikes out at the guy who swung the knife at him. And he drops to the floor immediately.
Dang.
Poor guy. Oh no. How many of these things are there?
You hear Jostin screaming, "What the hell is that? What the hell is that?" As he reloads his crossbow.
Let's run.
Come on, man.
He did his best. He did his best.
They're fighting a vampire here. Lasselar takes a ready action to toss his holy water. If Stillmarsh leaves the area of holy water that he's in. Bum, bum, bum.
Oh no.
He's taking a little peeperoni.
I should go to the GM layer when I do that.
Yeah, maybe.
I'll just do a whole like circle of the ruler. That way we don't know which way he wants to go.
Stillmarsh takes one step to his left and looks at this thug back here and points his finger at him and says,
Shit.
"You there, kindly remove that anchor from the ground."
Oh,
damn.
hell no.
Let's see.
At least his constitution should be good.
Oh
You
no,
see-
what was that?
You see the thug jerk like he was struck, and his eyes look dazed, and he turns and unhooks the chain off the anchor here.
Would you kindly?
Would you kindly?
Again, refer back to the photo that I sent y'all.
Oh, was that a spell?
No, it was not a spell. It was a supernatural ability.
Dilly's over there mad and stomping her fist because she couldn't counterspell that.
Yes, that was not a spell.
She just learned it too. She was excited to show off.
Oh, Dilly.
Sorry,
We
girl.
all want this guy dead.
The bandit who ran down to the southeast side has gotten his crossbow and manages to stick one into him.
Mm.
And anchors him down.
Good.
Hello?
Steven, how's it going?
Hey!
Hey.
Hang on, I gotta take care of my cat. Y'all keep going.
Yeah, we'll keep going. This guy reels his crossbow bolt in, the one he missed. This thug over here yells at his friend, "What are you doing, you crazy bastard?" and runs over and starts shaking him. Let's see. And the guy he's shaking is babbling something kind of incoherent about, you know, how you know, he's always been here. He's a regular customer and this and that. He seems to be trying to justify his actions. Let's see. Chalvis has reloaded his crossbow.
No.
Takes a shot, but misses.
Yeah,
Damn.
I can see that 8.
Yeah, Chalvis doesn't roll secretly.
Mm.
Dilly, it's your turn.
That's why he joined this interim, so he could be more secretive with the stuff he did.
He wants to make them secret GM rolls.
Yeah, he's trying to get in with these bandits and thugs. Oh boy. Let's see. I don't think Chromatic Orb can do anything that's gonna be hurty on a vampire.
Except blind the hell out of him.
Chromatic Orb? No, that's
Right.
the one where you pick the damage.
Oh, okay. You can't do burn damage to him?
Well, he'd have to catch on fire
Mm.
for that to work.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
What
what were you
about
saying?
What about the
Oh,
the vampire spawns?
Let's see, 10-foot radius sphere. Yeah, let's do a shatter between these two,
All right.
and that's a 10-foot, so that should hit both of them, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
So, what is it? DC 15 for half. So let's see. All right. An exceptionally loud bang explodes in the corner here, and both of these creatures stumble. And cover their ears.
Like their pictures are doing.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, this thug here grabs his buddy and tosses him over the counter where he'll be at least relatively safe. He attempts to close his wounds. This thug here grabs the chain that is attached to Stillmarsh and gives it a yank. Let's see. Stillmarsh actually stumbles backwards a couple of
Good
feet,
job.
obviously caught off guard by the sudden pull. And
Tap tap.
yeah, Volskaya and Lassalar can both take an opportunity attack. Volskaya gives him a serious chop.
Oh, does last. Wait, never mind.
Nalisker laughs and says, "Good job, boy," and then runs over here
More
to.
than what you've done.
This pretty lady right next to him.
Oh yeah, and Morthos is here. Let's put his character on the board real fast. I'm sorry.
Can Morthos get in with all that silver and the bats outside?
Well, let's see. Hold on.
So
Oh yeah.
he followed the starving vampire spawns.
Stealthily.
Well, Morthos had stayed behind in Golden Fields for a while, and then decided to follow the party on his own later. Morthos, you arrive at the Barge Right Inn. At night, there's a thick mist surrounding it, and bats are swarming around the outside. You run
You
up.
want to barge right in?
You come up to the doors, and strangely enough, you find them barred from the outside. From the inside, there is sounds of shouts and screams, and the crashing of tables and the breaking of glass. It sounds like a regular bar fight is going on inside.
I definitely rush in.
Well, Morthos throws the bar off the door and comes rushing in.
Oh no! You let
You
the
just
bats
let the
in.
bats in.
And
Close the door.
the bats begin swarming in.
Shit.
Morthos, let's see.
Where am I in?
As they come flying past you, you realize they're biting you. And you take 2 damage, and you immediately turn and shut the door.
Thank you.
I have no command of damaging myself yet.
Weird. Let me make sure your character's under your control properly. Check your character sheet. Okay. Yeah, there you go.
Sorry, I'm still trying to get back into this.
Yeah, it's been a while. Welcome back.
Thanks.
So, and actually, let me, I'm going to give you a turn and select your token, open up your character sheet, and hit roll initiative.
You should also be level 6.
We might have to worry about that later.
Ooh,
A 9. All right. Well, that's fine.
great! You're right. You're coming right up.
Yeah, actually. Let's see, can I move him manually? Yes, I can. Let's go ahead and move him up here. So you're going to go right there. All right. So let me drat. Nalasker draws his longsword and makes 2 attacks against the screaming woman who has emerged from God knows where. Onis, it's your turn.
Okay. Damn, I can't decide. Fuck it.
Who first?
Hmm?
I was like, what do I kill first?
Right. I guess I'll use my serrated weapon on him again.
All
Or
right.
do you think I can I do soaring strike?
Let's see. Where were you at? You were.
I was kind of
You were
over there by the bar, yeah.
You can,
Mm-hmm.
because I believe it's every 10 feet. So you would leap to here, or yeah, you could leap to here.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't quite leap 20 yet, and you could soaring strike him.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. So. Plus 2d.
Yeah.
Each 10 feet. Actually, it's you add your proficiency. So right now, I think it's going to be plus 3, right?
I believe so.
So that's going to go
Yes.
up to 15.
Okay.
Pew pew.
That's a nice pew pew you've got there.
Yeah.
And actually, Onis should have a second attack at this point, right? 6th level fighter?
Yep. I think so. So I can just use my serrated pike again.
Yep.
Fuck you.
And you will add the 3 damage again. So.
Okay. So 10 and 15, so 25 damage. Awesome.
At the end of your turn, Stillmarsh turns to you. Let's see, what's your AC? Damn it. And he reaches out and grabs you. Give me an athletics. Actually, hold on. No, he grabs you and grapples you automatically instead of doing damage.
Shit. So do I do athletics to try to get out of it, or?
You'll have to do it on your turn.
Oh damn. Okay.
Volskaya, it's your turn.
Can I stabby?
You can,
Without hitting on these?
yes, you can stabby. You may always stabby.
Woo!
Mmm.
Jesus.
Yes, and that 20!
Well, roll 2d4 extra damage.
$25. 26. I have no idea what I'm counting.
It's a lot of damage. 15, 15,
That's
45,
all you need to know.
plus 5 is 50 damage, actually.
Yeah!
That's called tap out.
That's a lot of damage.
And I bet it doesn't even kill him.
Mm.
He stumbles and snarls at you, and at the end of your turn,
I yell at his face, let go of her!
He bites Onis on the shoulder.
That's it?
Onis, you take 7 damage.
Jesus.
You already feasted on one girl. Why are you being so greedy for?
And
He's
after
socially awkward.
but as soon as he does that, he kind of spasms and lets go of you, Onis, and falls to
Wow.
his knees.
Oh, Paladin?
Well, Nalisker says, "The poison is at last taking effect. Strike now."
Ah.
My earbuds are dying.
Okay. Morthos, you may go.
Where's the steak?
Nalisker has it.
Well, then get over here, son of a bitch.
Who am I trying to kill?
He's not on the board. He's right here in front of us. Right here.
Oh, okay, he's like a space between me.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like right there.
So we're trying to end this guy right now?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Nalisker yells, "Don't kill him, stake him," and he tosses a stake to you, Morthos.
Okay.
Yeah, put that beef all over him.
Okay.
Get that A1 on him.
Then forgot I have a new ability too.
And since it's sort of a simple weapon, you can roll with it as though it were a monk weapon.
What is that noise?
Yeah, I can use key empowerment on it.
Oh, okay. Zia's plugging in her mic.
Okay.
It's tiny and hard to put the little charger in.
I kind of forgot what key empowerment was.
Well, I don't have my book on me. Just make a normal attack roll. You can treat it like your quarterstaff.
Okay.
Are you guys talking or am I still dead?
Okay. Then I just...
Do you have an inspiration, Morthos?
Yes, I have one.
Now would be the time to use it,
Okay, then...
because you missed with the stake.
Alright. So I just reroll again?
Reroll.
Yes!
Morthos
Sweet.
runs in, lets in the bats, grabs the stake, and slams it through Stillmars's chest. He immediately goes rigid and falls down into the pool of holy water, twitching. All of you immediately rush and begin binding him in chains, and several other bandits dogpile the starving.
Except for Venix.
Yeah, except for Venix. Several of the other bandits. Yeah, Morthos gets to come in and get the killing blow, as usual.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And he wasn't even here for most of it.
All the other bandits tackle the starving vampire spawn. Meanwhile, Venix rushes over to Eleanor and casts Revivify on her. She draws a weak breath, but she has no blood. None at all. You feel like your magic is not going to sustain her long. She's going to need a transfusion.
I have Spare the Dying. Will that keep her alive long enough?
Yes.
Okay, then I use that.
Okay. Your fastest, you yell down, and your fastest runner, who happens to be Justin, become stable, dashes out and begins running to Womfort. There's a doctor there who has knowledge of these sorts of things, and it's possible that Eleanor has family whose blood type would match. In about 15 minutes, they return with a doctor, and you've lowered her down to the floor, and it seems her mother has come. The starving vampire spawn are dispatched. It's not an easy task, but with so many people ganging up on them, they never really had a chance. Apparently, Stillmarsh had secreted them inside these grates, probably before they were replaced with silver, because you can see the two spawn have horribly burned hands where they forced their way up through the grates. He was probably keeping them there for such a time as he would need them. The bats cause everybody quite a bit of trouble, but as soon as Stillmarsh is paralyzed, they seem to lose their focus and just sort of fly around. They're eventually shooed out.
Catch it, Daddy. Catch it.
Stillmarsh is bound in silver chains and drug out in front of the inn. And in the morning, in the morning, the rising sun vaporizes him. He turns into mist, but even the mist is blasted away by the rays of light.
Yay, we did something!
Guys, we defeated a vampire!
Ah, now for breakfast.
Yep.
I could go for a steak.
Sounds delicious.
Well, in the morning, there's a celebration at the inn, and there is a celebration in Womfort, as the Womfort bat, as he was whispered of, is heard to be finally defeated. The official story is that the vampire was hiding somewhere among the ramshackle buildings of Bardrite. The Zentarum here clamped down on the whole there was a deal part of it, particularly since most of the Zentarum here have been working for a very long time to put an end to that deal. Yeah, cough, cough. Well, congratulations. With the proper planning, an overconfident foe, and a whole lot of holy water and silver, y'all managed to take down a vampire.
And surprise guests come back to play.
Yeah. Was that play of the game, Morthos?
God. Screw you.
Now, one question.
Miss you guys too.
This
Sick of
guy,
your shit.
is he too late to save?
Nah, his buddy managed to stabilize him, and so in fact, Stillmarsh did exactly his HP and damage. So
Wow. He should have raged.
Is he revivable?
oh yeah. Like I said, he's stabilized, which meant that
Okay.
he's not dying. All he needs now is rest or a potion or something.
Guys,
Throw a
nobody
potion at
died.
his face. Just gonna throw him. Just put a potion down his throat, just like heal.
Okay. Well, he's healed and he is able to participate in the party, even though he has a splitting headache.
Hmm.
I have a potion for that. You might sweat a lot, however.
Mm.
So, whenever it's all over, Nalisker gifts you all with some old barge right wine, some fine cheeses, and gives you a note on a parchment with his signature, and says, if you're ever in the area of Daggerford and happen to visit the Happy Cow, seek out Zira there. She is a Zentrum agent who is part of the faction which Shalvis and I are members of. I'm sure he's told you. She will help you.
All right.
So there's a Black Network agent in Daggerford who also is one of the people who want to turn the Zentrum more legitimate.
All right. Should we add that to our quest log?
Yeah, and you have basically the parchment just has Naliskar's signature and a little seal that he pressed onto it as way of introduction.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So he just kind of looks at the little note, nods, folds it, and puts it in his pocket. Big note. I mean, how else do you react to that, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, congratulations, guys.
Yay!
We took down an empire.
And nobody died.
And-
Well, no one who was not supposed to.
um,